Hello, everybody. So 10 steps to 10K a month. 10 steps to 10K a month. Today, we're going to talk about step number two. And the step number two is your coach. So, in this live stream, in this training, we're going to talk about what type of business coaches are out there, and what type of business coach you need right now for the season of the business you are in. We're also going to talk about why sometimes coaching is not working. And we're going to also end up with Q&As, questions and answers. I have one question submitted on in my DM. So as you are watching me or listening, whatever platform you're using right now for this episode, like drop your questions in the comments or drop your questions in the DMs. I would like to hear from you. I would like to know what resonates with you. All right, so let's get started. So I like my live streams to be interactive most and foremost. It's really important for me that you interact with me. So let me know where you're watching me from. So let me know where you're watching me from. Say hello in the chat, say hello in the comments. Also, if you have questions about coaching, about mentorship, about all things related coaching industry, please drop your questions in the chat. All right, so let's start with three types of coaches that are out there. So there are three types of coaches: motivational coaches, and again, I'm talking about business coaching, motivational coaches, spiritual coaches, strategy coaches. All right. So how do you determine what coach do you need right now for the season of your business? And maybe you need more than one, like because my personal experience, I work with multiple coaches at some point. I work with two coaches. So let's talk about motivational coaches. So, motivational coaches are there to bring your energy up, and it's not that they don't provide strategy. They cover strategy really briefly, but at the same time, when they cover strategy really briefly, they don't go into details. They don't talk about implementation, the details for the implementation, because normally they work with a very big platform or normally it's a large coaching platform. And normally, these type of coaches are really, really good if you are very solid on the strategy, or if you are very solid on when it's working in your business, right? Like they might spark, like, hey, like do social selling, hire social sellers, ask your marketing agency, like, or a Facebook ads agency, if they're doing like X, Y, and Z, things like that. So they might spark idea what strategy to implement next, but they're not necessarily give you the strategy how to implement that. Because listen, let me tell you a story. When I started my business, I was working with a coach, and I started like my very first coaching experience was from a 3 day webinar. I paid $2,700 for that webinar, and I got just generic information. What do I need to do to run my coaching business? What do I need to do to run my coaching business? Email marketing, posting, but like I didn't get any real strategy. It was a lower ticket offer, just generic information overall, right? Like overall the map of the business. But if you wanted to get something more, that the mastermind for a year it would cost me $20,000. I did not sign up for that masterclass because I didn't have clear ways, like for the payment plans, right? So like that was my first experience. It's just like, okay, I know what I need to do, and it seems a lot, right? And it was very motivational and it was very inspirational, but I didn't have the step-by-step strategy how to do that. So my second coaching experience was with LinkedIn coaching, right? Like how to generate leads on LinkedIn. And you know what? my vanity metrics started going up. So as if you're watching me on LinkedIn, you see like right now I have 7,000 followers and it's great. And I have good traction on LinkedIn. And I used to have top boys, but where I was getting stuck, it was like getting actually paying clients. So I had leads, but I did not have clients. So and this is where I like realized that I need a coach that will actually show me step by step strategy how to get clients, how to adjust my messaging, right, and how to market really more precisely to get the right people at the right time in my ethos, right. So the second type of coaches is spiritual coaches. And when it comes to spiritual coaches, they normally work on your intuition. They work on your like your spiritual aspects. So uh, when it's good to work with a spiritual coach, well, first of all, it really depends on you, right? Like I'm a spiritual person, but like for me personally, when I if I don't have the strategy nailed down, so like it's really hard for me to like work on my intuition. Like although your intuition is important. Although your intuition is important, right? I'm not like knocking spirituality because business is spiritual, right? But sometimes it is a combination of both, right? Like I'm actually thinking about working side by side with a business coach and with a spiritual coach that is related to business, works with entrepreneurs, right? Works with business owners, because again, like what I experience in my business is pretty much spiritual. And the third type of coaches is actually the strategic coaches, coaches who provide you strategy. So I consider myself a strategic coach. So my philosophy when I coach my clients, I believe that I need to lay out the strategy, like what they need to do, like what is the level, like what is the level of implementation. And again, the level of implementation is fairly simple what I teach, right? Like, okay, you need to create offer. How do you create offer? How do you do market research? How do you generate traffic in the most simple way, right? So, like this OTP triangle, how do you position your offer? Because listen, if we want to get to 10K a month, right? For like as a paycheck from your business, right? Let me just step back and say, hey, we wanna build a stable business where you pay yourself salary every month. It can be 10K, it can be 20K. So, but like this is your salary. You're not hurting financially if one month is a dry month and another month is overflow month, right? Like you know how to manage your finances, you know how to manage your you know how to manage your systems, right? Like this is the castle, this is the foundation. So, but to get to that foundation, you need to have like clear strategy, clear step-by-step strategy. And this is how I work with people, right? And yes, there is a spiritual aspect to it. There's a motivational aspect to it. Because listen, also like I believe when I work with people, and the reason why I work with people as a private mentor, as a private small group coach with additional one-on-one, because sometimes and when you work with a strategy coach on like I don't know, like maybe on your Instagram strategy or YouTube strategy or whatever strategy, if you are if you are in a group container where there are a lot of people and you simply don't have that access where you like can spend intimate time when somebody is actually looking at your business, is really hard to move forward, especially if you are like especially if you started your business, I don't know, like a couple of years ago, maybe like in 2020, right? Like because again, like entrepreneurship is hard. And we think that just because we started a business a couple of years ago, we should be further along. Again, like drop in the chat me if you think that you should be further along in your business. Drop me in the chat if you think that you should be further along in your business. But it's also like 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 I'm learning this lesson myself. Listen, I'm not saying that I'm better than y'all, but it's how do you like and the patience is required, right? Like you have to be patient with your business. You absolutely have to be patient with your business. So like I was listening to a podcast on Sunday, and like one of the performance coaches was talking about like the business, and he mentioned that sometimes people think that in 3 months they will get like to like their, I don't know, like 10K a month business, right? But majority of businesses, it took some time to actually get like it took some time to actually to actually get to that point. It actually took some time to get to that point, right? Like to get to successful point. So and let's talk about how to make coaching and mentorship effective, because also like yesterday I posted a post that why coaching sometimes is not working, and I think we need to expand on that. We're going to expand on this topic a little bit today, and I'm even thinking about like creating a separate video like how to make mentorship effective, because I hear from multiple people in my ethos. Either I was like, either like on my consultation calls, or like just people like that I know that they work with the coaches, but it didn't work. They worked with the coaches, but it didn't work. So why coaching sometimes is not working. Listen, you can work with the best business coach, with the best business mentor, but the level of maturity and the level of awareness of you and in your business is really essential. So you have to have an offer. You have to have an offer, and you have to test your offer, because entrepreneurship, listen, like if I were to describe what is it like to run a coaching business, and it's like imagine that you are targeting your target in the dark, and you have your uh, arrows, right? Like with like flaming arrows, and you don't see your target, and you only see your target when your arrows reach the target. Only then you can see like if you hit the right target. So this is your messaging, this is your post, this is your social media strategy, and then you can see what people are like wanting, what people are requesting from you. Because the how this series like 10 steps to 10K a month came to fruition, because again, I was aiming like in the dark until people told me like, hey, I want to have $10,000 a month. I'm like, okay, we need to talk about it. We need to raise the awareness. When is it 10K a month? We need to raise the awareness how to get there. We need to raise the awareness like what is a sustainable business, because again, like if it is just the like if it is just the goal for your business and that's it, like this is a short vision. This is a short vision for your business, right? So this is when it's essential, instead of focusing on learning a new strategy, learning a new methodology, learning another like magical pill that will fix your business in the next 6 months or so, learn from your business, because your business is the best business teacher for you. When you work with the mentor will help you to coach you through difficult periods of your business, to like maybe give you a different perspective, give you methodology, but like you have to test out your offer. If you don't have the demand for your offer, if you don't know how to generate the demand for your offer, no matter what coach you work with, like it's not going to work, because there's like the offer should be irresistible and the demand should be there. This is how you build your six-figure business. This is, and also I think we need to do another video of like what is really six-figure business, right? Because when you hit like 100K in your business, right, as an entrepreneur, it doesn't feel that you get six figures. And it sounds good, but it doesn't feel good, because you have so many expenses, and you have so many like so. There's a money management piece. Listen, I'm not going to go on that tangent, but this is the level of maturity. Have you tested your offer, right? Because like this is when I work with clients, and provide them strategy. This is how I work with my clients. We go and test the offer. And your offer, how, like, maybe you need to phrase it differently. Maybe you need to work on your traffic. Maybe you need to change the positioning for your offer. And by the way, if you're looking for a mentor right now, there are two ways you can work with me. You can work with me in my private mentorship program for coaches and consultants. And it's a 6 months duration program. So what you need to do for that, book a clarity call with me, book a strategy call with me. Like I wanna look at your business. I want to look at your goals. And if it is the right fit, we're gonna work together. So another way you can work with me, and by the way, all the links to work with me, to book a call with me, or for the second option for the VIP, all the links are in the comments. All the links are in the comments on YouTube and LinkedIn. So if you need a link for either of those options, like the links are in the comments. So another way you can work with me, like let's say like I don't need 6 months mentorship, or like I don't know if I want to commit to 6 months. You can grab a VIP package with me. What is a VIP package with me? So let's say you need to have like a quick fix in your business. You need to somebody ask this question. So I guess I want to answer this right now. So if you have a problem in your business, maybe you need help with better social media marketing. One of my clients, she had a really good social media strategy, and her social media strategy was different from mine. But like the problem was the bottleneck was in the sales calls, right? Because I also review calls from my clients, no matter if you are in VIP option or if you are in the coaching container, right? Like you just have to, like when you work with VIP, you got to let me know what you want to work on. So a VIP option is two coaching calls, two sessions, two 90-minute sessions with me. And we work on one single problem that you need to fix right now, whether it is your messaging, whether it is like how to get started, or like where's the bottleneck in your business? Where's the bottleneck? Where's the blind spot in your business? So both links are in the comments. So if you need a strategy call with me, book a strategy call with me. If you want to book a VIP day with me, or VIP days, because there are two sessions, two 90-minute sessions plus 30 days of support in the DMs, either in the email or in the DMs, like however you like. So like this is the VIP option. So now let's talk about let's continue the conversation how to make coaching successful, right? So first of all, your biggest feedback is your business. Your biggest feedback is your business. You have to have it on offer, you have to generate the demand, and you have to elevate the awareness of your audience, because your audience, like 90% of your audience, is problem unaware. They don't even know that they have a problem and what problem you're solving, because if you're solving too many problems, it's a problem. You have to focus on one problem, on one profitable problem that you would like to solve. So this is one. And also, sometimes people also prejudge methodology beforehand. They don't execute on the methodology because they think it is too difficult, or they do not ask, like they implement, but maybe they implement it incorrectly. They do not ask for feedback, or they don't test that methodology for like sustainable amount of time. Because literally yesterday I was talking to one of my coaches, one of my mentors, and we were talking about that's people jump into conclusion that something is not working way too soon. People jump into conclusions that something is not working way too soon. And like, how do you test that, right? You have to test like new methodology, new strategy, at least to 30 days. And I agree with that. Or at least 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So where's that, like, what the data is telling us, right? Where do we need to pivot, right? Um, so like people don't execute that. And the third reason why coaching may not work, you might be actually working with a bad coach. Like, I'm sorry, there is a possibility that it's a wrong choice because a lot of people buy a lot offers from big name coaches, right? But big name coach doesn't mean like big results, right? And in fact, what I witnessed, the bigger the coach, the bigger the coaching business, like people just don't have the capacity to look at your business. If you pay $5,000 for a big coach, like let's say you are in a group coaching program, there are 100 people, like there are a lot of people in the coaching program. That coach doesn't have the time to look at your business specifically because there are a lot of people. It's simply not scalable. They may or may not have individual coaches for you, but again, like you invested in that big name coach, right? So, my experience when I was working with a bigger name coach, right? And I got a bottleneck in my business, actually working with a private container, with more private container was more suitable for me, right? Like it can be one-on-one, it can be small coaching programs, right? Right. When it's you and the other person, or maybe it's limited to only 5 people, only 10 people. So, and by the way, when I work with people, I keep my groups small and intimate because I want everybody to get their questions answered. Like, listen, I don't know. I just came from the gym. I can talk today. So that's why sometimes coaching program is not working. Maybe it's just, or maybe you misdiagnose your problem, right? Like maybe you don't have the right, I don't know, maybe you think that you need more leads, but you don't need more leads. You just need to have the better offer. You need to work with a mentor who will show you better offer, who will give you a better, like who will work with you on the better offer and better traffic or and better positioning. Because like you can generate leads, you can generate traffic because like listen, if you want to if you want to have sustainable business, right? You want to have built six-figure business. So your offer, your traffic, your positioning. So this is OTP triangle. So with that OTP triangle, it is really essential for y'all to realize, do you have the right traffic? Because you might have the right offer, but not the right traffic. Because this is what I see on LinkedIn sometimes. Whenever there is a new, like, because I made a pivot. Also, like if you make a pivot all like every 90 days because you hate your offers, like we have a problem. You gotta love your offers. You gotta love what you're selling because I understand you gotta sell what you're selling, but it doesn't have to be your passion, but you gotta love what you're selling. You gotta be in love with your offer, even if it is not your passion, right? You gotta like your business. That's very essential. And because listen, every time you make a pivot in your business, you start your business from step zero, like from step number one, because this is what happened in my business. Listen, this is my come to Jesus moment. Like when I started my business as a career coach, right, for software engineers, it was very specific, very niche, like very precise. But I really had this passion to help entrepreneurs. That was a passion of mine. That was the offer that I truly loved. So I tested the offer. That was like the demand was there. People got the results. But then I said, like, you know what? People got the results. I'm just gonna go ahead and do 360 pivot in my marketing. And guess what? I basically restarted my business from ground zero and it hit me financially because like how do you make a pivot, right? Like that's the whole thing. Like, I think it's another topic that we need to talk about, how to make a pivot. So like how to make a pivot is essential. How do you make a pivot is essential. So let's dive into questions and the answers. So like one of the questions that I got today in my DMs, how do you like either coaches who do like long term or one-offs, so in how to choose that, how to choose the right coach. there are definitely coaches who there are coaches who either they might have just like one offer. There's one flagship offer and there are no one-offs, or their VIP days are very, very expensive. Like I know coaches who have let's say $7,000 program, but their VIP days is $40,000. In my business, I do have a group coaching program, and my VIP option is $1,500. It's not like $15,000. It's $1,500 for two 90-minute sessions, and we'll work precisely on one problem. And I also, after VIP option, during VIP period, because it is a package, I provide support in DMs because I understand that just one or two calls is not enough. Sometimes you will have questions. By the way, you will have questions. This is where I answer your questions during that VIP session. So there are coaches who offer that. There are also coaches who don't offer that. There are coaches who provide VIP day for a very, very high price. So like I run a little bit different business model at the moment. So my group coaching program, I have private mentorship program for coaches and consultants and service providers, and I have VIP option where you come in and say, hey, I need help with video or email marketing or landing pages or sales, right? Closing consultative sales or whatever it might be. I will look at your business personally, and within two sessions, two 90-minute sessions, we're going to come out with a fix, like with the further steps in your business, how to fix that one more thing. And also, like if after 30 days you realize that you wanna enroll in my private mentorship program to work with me for 6 months, I'm not gonna charge you the full price for private mentorship. So that price that you paid for VIP, which is $1,500, like I will subtract that for your full price if you decide to work with me after that. So that's all, like that's the questions that I got in the DMs. Let me know if you have questions. Do you have questions? Drop me questions in the chat. So I see Kevin from Florida on YouTube, like hello, hello. Drop your questions everywhere where you're watching me from. Any other questions? Any other questions? Let me know. Let me know. Otherwise, listen, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. And my DMs are open. And keep your questions coming. If you're watching on the replay, drop replay in the comments. I will see you next Wednesday live. And listen, for my content on Tuesday, I normally release a video. So last Tuesday, yesterday, I released a video about why it is important to build your business right now, and because like what business lessons you will be learning in 2024 during economic downturn. So, and next Tuesday, I'm actually thinking about what the next topic. So definitely let me know in the comments what you want to talk about. All right. I will see you next Wednesday. I will see you on Tuesday on YouTube as well. Until then, later. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you.